Welcome back to the VSHR Pro Academy channel. Congratulations, you just recently become a CIO or IT director. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to give you 15 tips which can help you so you can thrive this new role and become really successful. So let's get started. So before I start the total 15, one of the things I would like to mention with you that you gotta be a completely different phase. Probably you become a CIO, it's the C-suite executive. What brought you to become a CIO today will not make you successful as a CIO. You need to do different thing. Like an example, when an IT manager became a group IT director or IT director, what you did in an IT manager that will not make you successful in this IT director role. You need to do different thing. And that's why this 15 will really help you out to take you to the new doing the right thing in this new role. So number one, learn how to do ice break. So you gotta be really knowing to have some really great conversation with your peers and with your senior, which is also your companies or other C-suite executive or other directors. So one of the great way to do is ice breaking is about having a candy in your table, so you can actually exchange the candy. That could be a great icebreaker, or smoking, or going out for drinks, or even coffees. For myself, I'm not into candies or drinks, so I much use my coffee way to build a rapport with them. So this is one of the way you can build ice breaking. One of the even I had done before in my career is about I brought up a coffee machine, put in my office, and then we share the coffee, and that is a great way to do an ice breaking with a lot of conversations with your peers and get connected. Number two, you need to understand the organizational culture. Every organization has a different type of organizational culture, and that like bring it to pace and their understanding and resistance level on change. Because as you become a CIO, one of the main thing you'll be doing is about you'll be creating different kind of changes, and the reaction of those organizations on your changes will be very much related to that organizational culture. So you really need to tap into that organization and culture and really respect it, and also really see that what are the cultural bits and bytes will obstruct you to make these changes, what will resist you, and you really need to pay good attention into it. So have a really good change management plan to execute your changes. Number three, work on your help desk. So one of the great way to understand what is happening in the company when you start to work on help desk. Spend an hour or two every week in the help desk and look at the different tickets and understand what is going on, what kind of problem is happening right now. Sometimes you can make a little bit of reports to you, which probably you're going to come direct reports from the help desk manager. But however, pick up one or two calls and being a help desk manager and provide them support as a help desk officer by either 1 or 2 hours per week, and that will help you to get a lot more connections and also understand the pain point of the organizations, and also make your help get other staff feel more excited seeing the leader working with them. Number four, don't be the biggest kid in the room, because normally in IT it's always happened that we professionals, we always like to be in a gig with a lot of computer, come to the meeting, put the laptop in front of our face, and basically protect ourselves. That's like create a barrier between you and your counterparts or other peers who want to have a great conversation with you. Leave that computer in your desk, get a notebooks, and go on and have the conversation. So myself, I used to use notebook a lot, but now I use actually my phone, and I use different kind of notes. I put it on my phone. So one of the great way you could do, there are different kind of tablets, and there's a lot of other kind of notes you can use as a phone, and you can just write it down inside your phone, and that will be fine. And you become a CEO, so definitely you can afford these kinds of gadgets. Shouldn't be a problem. Number five, don't live in your inbox. Because if you are living on your inbox, you will be spending a lot of time chasing the problem, but you gotta be ahead of the problem. So get your inbox big. Rather than becoming an inbox manager, let your other direct reports to manage your inbox, and then you can more focus on solving problems, working on the strategies, and leading the team. So this is one of the big mistakes a lot of new CIOs and IT director does, is about really not make your email inbox become your manager, but you actually let the inbox run other people, and you focus exactly why you're an organization, and your organization hired you to work on the strategies, work on solving problems, create roadmaps, not managing your email inbox. Number six, Invest on your relationship on your peers. So one of the great way to invest on your relationship is help your peers when they see that in an executive meeting your peer is having particular problems or they are finding it hard to find a solution. Proactively come over and say that I want to help you out. You can give them advice. That could be one level of effort. If you see you can actually help other way because you probably have a particular solution, apps in your garage already, just give them and tell them that, hey, this is going to help you out to moving on. Or you can tell them that, hey, I have running on that project can also help you out on that particular kind of problem. So relationship always built by giving help, not from only asking help. Number 7, process of planning is always less important than actually executing the plan. It's not about having a great plan in a PowerPoint, but you don't have enough execution power to make it happen too. So like an example, you be always focused about executing the power. Like an example, a great plan with the poor executions almost can bring it to 0 result. But like a normal plan with a great execution, it can even create a good to great result. So you got to be always focused about executing your plan very, very much, and rather than only about making plan. But I know that you become a CIO, you become IT director, organization will want you to work a lot on strategies. But however, you gotta be always think about to get the plan done, execution. So you're building the right people in your team is really important. So number 8, this is about the team. Structure the team in the right way. When you are coming to new organization already figured out that something is not working well, the capability gap, the solutions, something went wrong. That's the reason organization hired you or promoted you to become a CIO or IT director, not just they won't have one more professionals in their team. No, it's not that. There's a pain point. To fix that pain point, you need to structure your team to make sure that you can actually capable to do that one too. And which is lead to the next tips is about also build the team too. So you got to be well connected to your industry and bring up your best guys to your team as soon as possible to build that, because the structure without a team member doesn't make any sense, right? You have to have the right structure and have to put the right people, and then you drive them as a team, and then you will be able to execute really well. Number 10, be a student of yourself. So as an example, like everything you're going to do in an organization, you're going to be successful and you will fail. So if you're failing is a very expensive lesson. You should be learning from your failure, and all the great success also should be giving you teachers to learn on as well too. At the same time, you could be a teachers as well to try to reach out to different kind of universities or different kind of colleges and give some classes there and train about some particular skill set to young generation. That could be a good fresh air to see that what's the young generation thinking about technology. And at the same time, if you see there is a conference going on, get a ticket, get into that one and learn from what other CIOs or the other CEOs are talking about a business and learn. So you got to be a student and also have to be a teacher as well too. Number 11, don't just create committees, but create teams. That is really important, because when you are in C-suite executives, you have to drive a lot of cross-functional organizational-wide changes. So just creating committee, it will not be solving the problem. Your committee could be steering committee with 1, 2, 3 people, but when it comes to execution, you need peoples, which is team. So you really need to focus about leading the team, creating the team, and driving the forward. And one of the things is about always think about when it comes to creating the team, what is each of the takeaway of each of the team member, why they should be doing that work in the team. Not just think about, oh, because they are our staff, they have to do it. No, this is not the great way of doing this one. To make sure that they're well briefed and they also understand what are the key takeaway from the organization, so they will understand and they will be doing it. Number 12, spread your IT responsibility to your team. Don't think that every decision you're going to make in your organization, in IT. Give it to your direct report, delegate enough power, delegate enough decision-making power to as well, and let them do it, right? You are not the one-man show there. And this is a lot of young IT director I have seen in my career, and even young CEO making it. They think that they're going to do everything by themselves, and that's the way they become the bottleneck of actually doing the thing, getting things done. Don't do that. Delegate enough power, delegate enough authority and ownerships, and then do your big part in the organization. Do work on the most critical part, work on the most difficult part, and craft a great solution. And that will help you to bring great value for your business and your company. Number 13, security. Security is one of the biggest concerns. You gotta pay attention about what is going on in the organization, what is the security status, and what you can do to solve the security problem. Pay attention about that one. If you need to have a right security, capability in your team. Otherwise, you will struggle sooner or later. It will bite you really hard. Number 14, listen. When you are in the table, there is a lot of other people have been speaking there. The marketing director, HR director, CEO, they will be all speaking. You will be speaking there as well too, but you will need to listen what they're talking about too. So then you will be able to relate what they're talking about, what is the pain they're talking about, so you can actually propose them the right solution. So that is a great skill to have. Number 15 is the last tips, right? I say work on what is on fire. So organization hired you or promote you in this particular role because there's something on fire. You very quickly you should be identifying what are on fire, on how you're going to take off the fire down, how you stop the burning in the organization. Work on the top priority, put the best effort into that one, and make a result for that. So here we go. Total, I gave you total 15 tips today for as a new CIO or an IT director. Let's go ahead and use it in your career. If you have any particular question about you, or you need advice in your particular CIO or a C-suite or director level executive, you join and you're looking for an advice, or you have a particular problem you're facing, go ahead and comment below your question. We will definitely give you an answer. So here we go. You have total 15 tips. You use this one to your new role. Congratulations one more time. You become an IT director or CIO. Now it's time for you to use our 15 tips to become successful. All the best.